And not only that, but she's also showing some personality
she's
too.
bad.
So
She's bad.
Guys, Angel Reese roasted the Chicago Sky as a whole, as an organization, as a staff, a collective, and a crew so bad to the point where it actually gave them some motivation in tonight's game. They actually, the Chicago Sky that is, they were playing like they actually gave a damn. They were playing like they wanted to get their mess together, okay? Besides Uzun. Oh my gosh, she was getting on my nerves. But in today's game, they were an offensive threat. Now, yes, mind you, they play at the Connecticut Sun at the Chicago Sky's home court. Okay, we have that home court advantage. Okay, let me give them their ones. And yes, it's the Connecticut Sun. The Connecticut Sun is god awful. They're god awful, right? But I just find it interesting that after Angel Reese let it be known what it is, what it ain't, and how, you know what, they don't get their ish together. Okay, like a woman that's fed up with a good for nothing cheating, no job having man in a relationship. She's like, listen, I already got my backup plan in place, i.e., the Golden State Valkyries. She said, look at the Golden State Valkyries. She's comparing and contrasting. She's looking at her notes, and she's like, you know what, the grass looking real green over there in the Bay Area. Okay, the Bay Area would give Angel Reese so much love. I know that she would fit right in. And she's letting them know, like, listen, I'm on my next season in 2026. If we have a season, okay, if there's no lockout for the WNBA, right? She letting it be known. She said, listen, if once my freaking rookie contract is up for the Chicago Sky, if y'all don't get it together and bring some talent, attract talent to this team, I'm out. I can't do it no more. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of the struggle love. It's so many women in the WNBA that are like just tethered to these teams, and it's like these teams don't mean them no well because it's giving struggle love. The Connecticut Sun is just a dumpster fire. I would not be surprised if Rashid Mizian, their head coach, okay, the Frenchman, he gets fired, okay, by either the end of this season or next season. And some people are like trying to be criticizing of Angel, trying to be critical of Angel, saying like, you know, she could have waited until the season was over to do that interview and say how she felt. Look, are y'all kidding me? The season is over. It's been over for Chicago Sky. They said the tickets to Cancun have been brought, okay? We all know, these fools know. When I say these fools, I mean everybody on the Chicago Sky organization, the front office, including the players, the coaches, the coaching assistants, the staff. They all knew we wasn't getting into the playoffs for like a month ago. They already got their tickets to Cancun, Italy, Greece, Turkey, wherever they finna go for vacation in order to play overseas hoops. They already knew what it was. They knew what it was. They knew what it wasn't. Also, can we talk about the fact that Angel Reese has received her 8th technical foul in today's game? Honestly, I don't even remember the foul. I remember in the first quarter, shout out to Anissa Morrow, guys, if you don't know, she plays for Connecticut Sun, but she's from Chicago. But she also played alongside Angel Reese down there at Baton Rouge at LSU underneath Kim Mulkey. In the first quarter, I remember Anissa Morrow getting hit in like her stomach area, her abdomen, which is crazy because her abs are made of steel, guys. I worked out. I'm like sore right now, so I know tomorrow morning I'm about to feel it. And like what's crazy is tomorrow I got my freaking CMP exam. But anyway, for my disabilities, VA disability claims. But Anissa Morrow gets hit, right? She takes a hit to the stomach. We don't see her at all. We don't see her at all for this game. So I'm like, damn. And I'm like, when did Angel Reese foul somebody to the point where like y'all gonna give her an 8th technical foul? A technical? For what? And now if that 8th technical foul does not become rescinded, she will be suspended. And what happens this Friday? We have the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky game. So we're going to see a game between the Fever versus the Sky with no Caitlin Clark, no Angel Reese. I feel like they're trying to punish her. The league is trying to punish her. If Tyler Marsh, a.k.a. Coach Marshmallow, is worth the salt in his body, him along with Jeff Pagliacca and the entire front office of the Chicago Sky, they need to come together and get that freaking technical foul rescinded. We need to see Angel Reese on the floor on the court this Friday for the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky matchup. Period, point blank in the dot. There is no reason for her to be the only, I think she'll be the only and the first player to be suspended in this current season. I don't like that. The Connecticut Sun got blown out, okay? This game concluded with the Chicago Sky being on top with 88 points. The Connecticut Sun lost with 64 points. In the first quarter, the Connecticut Sun played terribly. That was their worst quarter. They only was able to put up 10 points. Maybe if Anissa Morrow, they didn't lose her, maybe, perhaps they could have done something. They could have done better. I don't believe they would have won. They wouldn't have beat us, but still. But again, in the first quarter, the Connecticut Sun was only able to make 10 points, whereas the Sky, we scored 28 points. The second quarter comes around, the Sun put up 17 points, and in the Chicago Sky, we put up 14. In the third quarter, the Sun put up 17 points, we put up 24, and in the fourth and final quarter, the Chicago Sky put up 22 points, and the Connecticut Sun put up 20 points. Now let's break down the overall player statistics for each individual, for each team. Let's start with the Connecticut Sun, the losers. Okay, Marina Mabrey had 0 points. Again, listen, this is what's wrong with something is the Connecticut Sun. Again, that used to be my second favorite team last season. They were also the second most powerful. They were the second seed for the majority of last season. Now that Stephanie White is gone, and now she's up there coaching the Indianapolis, the Indiana Fever, everything has just went to hell. Again, to put it in perspective, Marina Mabrey, aka Marina Maybe, because today she was a maybe case, she played for 25 minutes, put up 0 points, had 6 assists and 3 rebounds. She's a veteran. Unacceptable. It's simply unacceptable the way that she went out and performed today. She didn't perform. That's really, really weird of Marina Mabrey. Anissa Morrow, of course, she only was able to play for 5 minutes. She put up 2 points, had 0 assists, 1 rebound. Tina Charles was the leading scorer in tonight's game for both teams. Nobody outscored Tina Charles, okay? She's a beast. She put up 19 points, had 0 assists, 2 rebounds. Lindsay Allen, the trader, again, she used to play for us last season, the Chicago Sky. I can't really call her a trader because, again, I couldn't stand Lindsay Allen. Her and Dana Evans, along with Izzy Harrison, who else? The other girl, Diamond DeShields. They used to stay getting cussed out on my channel from me. I couldn't stand them. Lindsay Allen put up 8 points, 1 assist, had 4 rebounds. Layla Lacan had 8 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Aaliyah Edwards and Angel Reese kept clashing all game. I think that was possibly where Angel Reese got that 8th technical foul from. She probably did something to Aaliyah Edwards. I may have not been paying attention. I didn't catch it. But yeah, I still don't believe that. Again, they need to rescind that quickly. Aaliyah Edwards put up 4 points, had 1 assist, 8 rebounds. Who was Migna Torre? She had 0 points, 1 assist, 0 rebounds. Sanaya Rivers was the second leading scorer of her team tonight, the Connecticut Sun. She put up 16 points, had 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Haley Peters had 3 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. And Rhea Marshall, she had 4 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. And before I leave the Connecticut Sun alone, Rhea Marshall, guys, if you don't know, this is her rookie season in the W. She used to play alongside Juju Watkins at USC Trojans. And I was like, wait, is that Rhea? Of course I watched the WNBA draft. I do remember her getting drafted this season, rather back in April of this year. But for some reason, again, I don't follow the Connecticut Sun like that because they just trash. But even when we would play them, like my teams, like Chicago, Dallas, or even Aces, if I would watch those games, those are the teams I'm more interested in. I don't remember Rhea Marshall getting much minutes. So I was like, when I saw her tonight, I'm like, damn, I thought she was out like due to injury or something. I was pleasantly surprised to see Rhea Marshall in tonight's game. Now for the Chicago Sky, Michaela Onyewu had 5 points, 4 assists, 0 rebounds. Angel Reese had a double-double and a technical foul. That is so wrong. She had 18 points, 4 assists, 13 rebounds. Camila Cardoso had 16 points. She had that battery in her back. Camila Cardoso was a cleanup woman. She was getting rebounds, and anything that we was not, if our points were not dropping for them layups, was not layupping, she was right there by that basket to put it up. I loved it. Camila Cardoso had 16 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Ariel Atkins had 6 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Rachel Banham had 10 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Maddie Westbelt had 4 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. Sevgi Uzun. See, this is the heifer Angel Reese was mainly referring to. Of course, the team as a whole need to get it together, but Uzun played for 18 minutes. She only put up 2 points, had 4 assists, 0 rebounds. Something is wrong with her. Uzun is an op. She's like a thief in the night, like a devil. Like she just comes to kill, steal, and destroy the joy of Chicago Sky. I don't ever want to see this woman not even just in the Chicago Sky facility. I want her banned from this country. I'm not sure where Uzun is from, but I know she ain't from around here. I'm pretty sure she's European. Don't let her back in this country, specifically to play basketball. This is treason. Sevgi Uzun has been... See, this is what's wrong with Jetpack Liaka. This man is an op... Of course, we've been on this. He is allowing women that don't care about us as a team. This is treason. Don't tell me this ain't treason. If I did some shit like this like 100 years ago, 200, 300, 400 years ago in the medieval times, I invite a stranger and they just destroy our kingdom like this. It's just destroy what we got and what we got going on, what we have, like, our ambitions, our business plans, our deals. They would behead me. Jeff Pagliacca needs to be beheaded just for bringing Uzun to our team. She is an op, and the both of them have committed treason. Kia Nurse gave us back-to-back threes. Okay, she wasn't worthless. I think that she was, again, she one of the people that Angel Reese roasted, cussed out, and bullied to get it together. Because she put up 12 points, had 0 assists, 3 rebounds. Rebecca Allen, she still got to go. She had 5 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. And Elizabeth Williams had 10 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Again, all in all, I'm proud of my Chicago Sky for defeating a sorry team. Okay, it is what it is. A win is a win. Like they say, that a win is a win. So, we got to, rejoice and be glad in it today. But I really hope that Tyler Marsh can prove that he's not a marshmallow and get Angel Reese's a technical foul rescinded. We need her on the floor. We need her in full participation this Friday for the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky game.